A very warm welcome. This is CBC Weekend News to Cast. I'm Judith Nyendwa Mpolele. We take a look at the stories making headlines. President Lungu assures IMF. UN office launches regional health program. And in foreign news, UN approves Action Global Threat. And now the news in detail. President Lungu says his administration has put in place austerity measures to ensure that government spending is within the budget. Speaking when International Monetary Fund IMF Division Chief for the African Department, Tsidi Tsikata, paid a courtesy call on him at State House on Friday, President Lungu said Parliament is presently debating the budget. The president hoped that IMF would be visiting Zambia frequently, and Mr. Tsikata said the IMF team is in Zambia to help find solutions to the economic challenges that have beset the country. Mr. Tsikata said IMF will hold meetings with the Bank of Zambia and the Ministry of Finance, among others, to discuss the economic issues. He was accompanied by IMF Resident Representative Tobias Rasmussen. UN Office launches Regional Health Program. The United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime, UNODC, has launched a joint regional program aimed at promoting human rights and access to healthcare services in Zambia. UNODC Program Oversight Associate for HIV in Prisons, Andreas Ziegler, said Zambia remains one of the epicenters of the global HIV and tuberculosis epidemics. He said prison populations continue to have a higher prevalence rate than the general population. Mr. Ziegler said reducing transmission and improving treatment, care, and support in prisons is an integral part of reducing the spread of infection in the broader society. He said the program is designed to improve the situation at both policy and service delivery levels, to contribute to more effective and sustainable improvement of health. The program has also been launched in Lesotho, Malawi, Mozambique, Swaziland, Tanzania, and Zimbabwe. Mr. Ziegler said the regional program will provide technical support for data collection and monetary advocacy, policy development, capacity building, coordination, healthcare service delivery, rehabilitation, and reintegration of ex-prisoners. 5 days after the local government ministers Stephen Kampyongo ordered a ban on the construction of shops at the Kafue main bus station, the building of shops has continued. Suspected Kafue PF cadres are alleged to have sold part of Kafue main bus station. More with Meshach in the following report.
Zambia is known to be a harbor of peace and harmony world over. This has been evidenced from the fact that the country has not witnessed any civil war. One would be tempted to think that with no major political holocaust, Zambian politics is void of corruption and other unfair practices. People in Zambia have long been crying over the politics of cadres, which is rooted down to the Kaunda era in the First Republic. A lot has been speculated that politics of cadres has escalated in the PF government as compared to the MMD regime. Politics of cadres is characterized with violence and illegal land allocations. And as such, illegal land allocation is the order of the day in the country. Recently, a mayor in Livingston was suspended and is under investigation. The Kitwe mayor was also implicated in a bribe scandal involving the sale of land. On Monday, the 16th November 2015, the local government minister, Honorable Stephen Kampyongo, witnessed an illegal land allocation scandal. Suspected PF cadres have sold part of the Kafue main bus station to developers who are now building shops. The minister ordered a stop to the construction, but what is surprising, 5 days after the ban was pronounced, people are still constructing shops at Kafue Many bus stations questioned why constructing. Even after the ban, other bricklayers were speechless, and some defended themselves, claiming they were just hired to build.
Minister kamba tumumike kumanga manje why must continue kumanga
Mpeka bwana. Kako ifero sebe kalukanjit. Wamena mpeka polisi nuja wamena utasanjit. Je wamena na mlandu nuja wamena utasanjit. Ifero sebe.
But residents of Kafue have bemoaned the continued construction of shops at the station.
I think as you have seen, there are a lot of scandals concerning land allocation here in Kafue. As you can see right now, where we are standing, it is a bus station for Kafue, and this land within the bus station has been sold out. And if you go down and find out to whom has this land been sold out, you find it to say it belongs to the cadres. The cadres for PF have bought. So it is really irregular. As a concerned resident of Kafue, I stand to condemn this in strongest terms because it is depriving the people that are supposed to use the station here in Kafue.
Ndiye anerangisa kuti ma street vendors wa packet. Otherwise ndiye mzambo mberati pakafyuwe no vana vanongeka, otherwise mukarangana pa vambiri vasavaitira mu taxi drivers mu mabasi eZimbabwe tushanshako so chape pang'ono manje sofa paranganani kulipe place muno yasara vagurisa station yonse no land muno tukabwera kuseni upezati pamene ozonasi yako pali mushemba iro vakumba.
Another concerned resident has appealed to the government to intervene into the matter.
The place has been divided by the cadres, and if you are not a cadre, you cannot benefit anything. So this government, which allow cadres to take their law in their hands, is unfortunate. What we are calling for, what we are asking for the government is to intervene in this matter. Look at this portion just which has put for the station. It's just a small portion. And you know the number of people, they are growing near every day. And if they are growing, which means that there will be a demand of the bigger station in the near future.
Reporting for CBC News, Meshek Nirongo, Kafue.
Chawama constituency aspiring candidate Charles Kaselwa has challenged political leaders to help poor people in their personal capacity. Mr. Kaselwa has observed that good leaders should assist poor people using their own income to uplift their living standards. Kaselwa has embarked on building houses for poor people in Chawama constituency, where he has so far constructed one house.
We've built this two-bedroom house for a vulnerable mother who didn't have a shelter, who's been sleeping outside. So we thought as people, as human beings, to like maybe help by building that structure. It's one way to help the voters, people that we live with, people that we trust in. Because even when we come, this is just nothing. This is just an example. We're trying to show the people that leaders are supposed to help the people. Even when you be with them today, even when you get there tomorrow, please remember your people. It's just like you're climbing a tree where there are fruits. People help you climb the tree. But when you get there, you forget about the people on the ground. And this is what the PF have done. They've forgotten now to...
The Anti-Corruption Commission, SCC, has said that it has been carrying out investigations into alleged mismanagement and financial irregularities at NATSEV. In a statement released to the media by Public Relations Manager Timothy Mono, SCC said that the investigations are progressing well and are being dealt with in an efficient, effective and professional manner. On Friday, Transparency International Zambia (TRZ) made a strong and passionate appeal to the Anti-Corruption Commission (ACC) to thoroughly investigate allegations that the NATSEV managing director made an irregular payment for an advert in a French magazine of over 630,000 kwacha, which was not published in a further 46,366 euros to a French advertising agency. Executive Director Goodwill Lungu, in a statement, said that as far as DIZ was concerned, this was a very simple case which the Commission can easily investigate and establish the truth within a week. Mr. Lungu said that DIZ had information that there were more financial scandals at NATSEV that the SCC needed to thoroughly probe. He stated that the key factors that the SCC needed to focus on were whether it is true that tender procedures were not followed, if the funds were transmitted, if the advert did not run, and if the bank made any official follow-ups. UPND Information Publicity Secretary for Kabwata constituency, Gerard Mono, says that keeping quiet when things are falling in the country will kick out PF in 2016. Mono has observed that people are annoyed despite that milli-meal price is fluctuating and President Edgar Lungu is quiet. He noted that ignoring people who voted for him in 2015 will make him fall in the 2016 general elections.
Stand before you and stress the need for the PF government to simply come out in the open. Because you see, governing of this country under the PF, this is the worst regime that Zambia is going through. These guys have lamentably failed. So our appeal to the PF is that let them come out in the open and tell the president that they failed to govern this country. Because every day the cost of living is getting high and high. Go to the markets, each and every merchandise, each and every commodity, the price is ever shooting up. And they are there saying that they are working, they are there talking of development. The development that they're talking about, we can't see it. It's just mere empty promises. Because the PF, they have failed. Look at the cost of living. Look at the price of things. Today, those that are in the business, you can't go out the country, order things, bring them here. At how much? Because everything under the PF is just chaos.
Honorable Minister of Finance Alexander Chikwanda says that despite Zambia facing a lot of challenges in energy generation due to low rains in the last season, which in turn has affected the output of various sectors, including agriculture, mining, and tourism, the people of Zambia remain steadfast in ensuring that the country is productive. Mr. Chikwanda added that the situation is hinged on economic diversification, poverty alleviation, and microeconomic stability. More in the following report.
The inaugural Convergence Council and 11th meeting of the COMESA Fund Ministerial Committee was held at Pamozi Hotel in Lusaka today. The meeting attracted finance ministers and bank governors from the COMESA region. The primary objective of this meeting was to create a common area of monetary and financial system stability, which will facilitate integration of financial markets in particular and economic integration in general. Under the program, member states commit themselves to a gradual four-stage process whereby they would implement policy measures aimed at achieving microeconomic convergence. COMESA Secretary General Cindy Songwenya says there are a lot of challenges the region is experiencing, such as financial instability. Mr. Ngwenya asked European Union through their representative Alessandro Marioni to take all these challenges into consideration.
Yourself as our Minister of Finance and also Central Bank governance on how to maintain macroeconomic stability, fiscal stability, and also how to use monetary policy to achieve the objective of price stability, lower inflation, and so forth. But let me say this morning that this is unexpected. We all know that commodity prices are cyclical, they are volatile. Therefore, it again underscores
Zambia's Finance Minister Alexander Chikwanda officiated the meeting as guest of honor. Mr. Chikwanda noted that COMESA Adjustment Facility (CAF) plays an important role in supporting our country in the regional integration agenda. Through this facility, Zambia is looking towards enhancing the implementation of value addition activities in the leather and cotton sectors. These activities are meant to fast-track diversification of exports in Zambia, as well as maximize the regional value chains to foster economic development.
In the road and energy sectors to increase infrastructure development and address the growing energy demands being faced in the country. The distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we as a region cannot continue to rely on external solutions and markets to resolve some of the challenges we are facing. Zambia is therefore taking the initiative to grow faster things regionally as a practical measure to explore the regional potential that exists. Zambia in June 2015 agreed a common list of products with the Democratic Republic of Congo under the simplified trade regime to enhance the volume of trade between our two countries.
For CBC News, Sharon Kalimbola in Lusaka.
This is CBC Weekend News. Now, Chinese ambassador to Zambia, Yang Yuming, says more Chinese investors are willing to invest in various sectors of the Zambian economy. Mr. Yang also says more Zambian students are choosing to study in China, making it a two-way interaction between Zambia and China. He said the bilateral relations between the two countries have created more opportunities than ever before for Zambians and Chinese to pursue their dreams. Mr. Yang was speaking at the award ceremony of founding Zambian President Kenneth Kaunda and other eminent people who included former President Rupia Banda and former Minister of Foreign Affairs Vernon Mwanga, hosted by the Chinese Embassy at Intercontinental Hotel in Lusaka on Wednesday. Mr. Yang also said China is ready to enhance cooperation with African countries, including Zambia, in various fields on the basis of mutual understanding. The embassy awarded Dr. Kaunda with the Lifetime Achievement Award. Mr. Yang has also awarded Mr. Banda and Mr. Mwanga with the Remarkable Contribution Award. Other eminent people that received the Remarkable Contribution Award include former Special Assistant to Dr. Kaunda, Mark Chona, Deputy General Manager of China Non-Ferrous Metal Corporation Tao Hingyu, and General Manager of Jongken Farm, Zambia, Li. The Chinese medical team won the Outstanding Group Award. The Chinese Embassy in Zambia decided to set up the Chinese Ambassadors Award of Friendship and host the first award ceremony to honor eminent figures and carry forward the all-weather friendship between Zambia and China. And Deputy Minister of Tourism, Rayford Mbulu, has hailed men and women who have tremendously contributed to the long-standing ties between Zambia and China. Mr. Mbulu also acknowledged Dr. Kaunda, who together with China's Chairman Mao Zedong laid the foundation for strong bonds of friendship that the two countries enjoy today. And now we take a look at foreign news.
As women, we have many roles we play. We are wives, mothers, co-workers, entrepreneurs, business partners, and more. Just as we have many important roles in society, we also have a role to play in determining the future of our country by registering as voters. I'm a woman and I'm a registered voter. Are you?
Register as a voter during the mobile voter registration exercise, which has been extended and will run from the 23rd of November 2015 up until the 13th of December 2015. All you need is to be 18 years or older by the 31st of July 2016 and your Green National Registration Card, NRC. Voter registration will also be happening at all district council offices. Register to vote. Your voter's card is your power.
This message is brought to you by the Electoral Commission of Zambia, ECZ.
Down low. Everybody get down low. Anytime down low. Any day down low. Anywhere, everywhere you are down low. Anytime down low. Any day down low. Anywhere, every day. Down low. Data bundles. Down low. My SMS. Down low. Voice calling. Down low. Sikuna mzua. Down low. What are you waiting for? Spending less. Everybody get down low. Anytime down low. Any day down low. Anywhere, everywhere you are down low. Anytime down low. Any day down low.
Get the lowest tariffs to talk, browse and SMS all day on Zamtel Lolo. That's right, for as low as 1 kwacha, enjoy 7 minutes airtime, 5 megabytes data and limitless SMS. To enjoy this and other amazing bundles, dial *335# and get low. Terms and conditions apply.
Zamtel, live life today.
As a young person, I understand what I choose to do today will have an impact on tomorrow. I take responsibility for my future by making the right decisions today. I know that my future is in my vote. This is why I'm a registered voter. Have you registered to vote?
Register as a voter during the mobile voter registration exercise, which has been extended and will run from the 23rd of November 2015 up until the 13th of December 2015. All you need is to be 18 years or older by the 31st of July 2016 and your Green National Registration Card, NRC. Voter registration will also be happening at all district council offices. Register to vote. Your voter's card is your power.
This message is brought to you by the Electoral Commission of Zambia, ECZ.
Register to vote. Your voter's card is your
Astound. What are you looking for in that garbage?
Let's take a voter's card, Yango. I've searched everywhere for it and I can't find it. And it's mobile voter registration Yasira. Which means if I can't find it, I won't vote.
Why Mubutika so? Eh? Haven't you heard that the Electoral Commission of Zambia has extended the mobile voter registration from 23rd November until 30th December 2015?
Why is someone knows it? So this means that I can have my lost voter's card replaced, huh?
Don't forget that you need a police report, na NRC.
Register as a voter during the mobile voter registration exercise, which has been extended and will run from the 23rd of November 2015 up until the 13th of December 2015. All you need is to be 18 years or older by the 31st of July 2016 and your Green National Registration Card, NRC. Voter registration will also be happening at all district council offices. Register to vote. Your voter's card is your power.
This message is brought to you by the Electoral Commission of Zambia, ECZ.
Welcome back. We now go to foreign news. On Friday, Islamist militants killed 19 people in an attack on a top hotel in the capital of Mali before Malian commandos stormed the building and rescued 170 people. Here's Watch It with the details.
On Friday, Islamist militants killed 19 people in an attack on a top hotel in the capital of Mali before Malian commandos stormed the building and rescued 170 people. Many of the rescued were foreigners. President Ibrahim Boubacar Keïta announced the death toll and said 7 people were wounded in the attack. It was claimed by jihadist group Al-Mori Batoun and Al-Qaeda in the Islamic Maghreb. Friday's assault on the Radisson Blue Hotel is the latest in a series of deadly raids this year on high-profile targets in Mali. The country has battled Islamist rebels based in its desert north for years.
Military action against Islamic State IS in Syria grew a step closer after the United Nations Security Council approved plans to redouble its efforts to prevent further attacks from extremists. Here are the proceedings according to Associated Press.
Raise their hand. The result of the voting is as follows. The draft resolution received 15 votes in favour. The draft resolution has been adopted unanimously as Resolution 2249 of 2015.
Our task is great, but we know what needs to be done. We draw our strength from the resiliency of the people affected by these tragedies. Their unity and resolve shows why ISIL will fail in its goal of creating fear and polarizing communities.
The United Kingdom warmly welcomes the unanimous adoption of Resolution 2249. Today we sent a clear, unambiguous message that there will be no respite from our collective efforts to stop, suppress and destroy ISIL.
The Security Council has taken a crucial step forward, a crucial step towards bringing the international community together in the fight against Daesh in Syria and in Iraq. This strong and operational resolution emphasizes the exceptional nature of the threat posed by Daesh and calls on all member states to take all necessary measures.
As Peshmerga forces advance on territory held by ISIL, other factions fighting the armed group fear their territory will be usurped. In the latter sign of Africa's commitment to women empowerment, Africa's most profitable airlines, Ethiopian Airlines has launched an all-female flight crew that will be operating from Addis Ababa to Bangkok. Here is a report.
All across the world, airlines employ men and women to assist passengers travel with comfort to their various destinations. In Ethiopia, however, from flight deck crew members and cabin operations to airport operations, flight dispatcher, baggage handling, aviation safety and security, tickets and catering, one unique feature will stick out. It's an all-women affair. The continent's most profitable airline has, for the first time in its history, launched an all-female flight crew. The flight will be operating from Addis Ababa to Bangkok and is aimed at empowering women. According to Ethiopian Airlines, about a third of its employees are women, but this number shrinks even more when it comes to the pilots and technicians.
Planned flight to show the world that the flight can be operated right from the ground, on the air, and on arrival.
The dispatch was therefore dedicated to increasing the number of women in decision-making positions on top of key operational areas by consistently grooming and mentoring successive female employees for top managerial, technical and operational positions, a move that has been welcomed by passengers. The pilot, Amsale Gwalu, had some advice to young girls with a dream to take up aviation as a career.
It's kind of empowering women, you know. It's good, it brings the justice that we always wanted. So, yeah, always men doing stuff, but I guess women can also do what men can do.
Organizers say that the launch is an opportunity to inspire young African female students to believe in their dreams and embark to fill the skill gap for aviation professionals.
Have the confidence and go extra miles to achieve what you want.
And I reached this level, it's not because I have a special talents, but I was able to stay firm with all the challenges, and I was able to use all the opportunities.
With gender equality one of the important goals in the UN 2030 Sustainable Development Goals, Ethiopian Airlines initiative is a great step to push the cause into action. Dari Kalungu, IHA.
On that note is where we come to the end of tonight's CBC Weekend News. But before we go, a recap of the headlines. President Lungu assures IMF. UN office launches regional health program. And in foreign news, UN approves Action Global Threat. On behalf of the CBC entire news crew, this has been Judith Nyandwa Mpolele. Pleasant viewing.